Hello guys, what's up? It's Jan here from YouTube, Jan Dust. So today, as you can see in the title guys, it's about my story from Jan Dust told in the third person. So the story of an artist from a from a footballer addicted jersey collector fanboy to a striker with better abilities than Ronaldo. It will be a shocking, incredible story. So yeah, let's get right into it. So Jan Dust was born in December of '99 in North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. He played his first memories in football was playing on the streets in front of a supermarket with some friends, with some local guys. So with 6 years, when the German World Cup 2006 in Germany came around, his interests for football showed up. His love for football showed up the first time. And then he also, with 6 years, he also began to watch his first highlight videos. The first video I ever watched was from a Cristiano Ronaldo, from a young Ronaldo in the 2005-06 season, where the little Jan Dust directly became addicted with, hypnotized, and inspired with. So he began on the pitch to try the moves like Ronaldo and really played football. And then came his first club at the age of 6 called SC Barbenhausen, an amateur club in North Rhine-Westphalia where he played 2 years. He began his career not as a striker. He began his career as a left back, playing there from 2006 to 2009, so 3 years. Then, with 8 years, his autism got diagnosed because there were signs that Jan Dust has an illness because he wasn't like the other kids back then, and he's still not like the others because he's autism. But then 2009 he joined his next club called TuS Dornberg, another amateur club in North Rhine-Westphalia also. There he began to switch from a left back to a left midfielder, so more offensive on the field. And yes, there he played until 2011. He made his last appearance 2011, and his last full season there he made with the club TuS Dornberg, just aged 10 years. His last full season where Jan Dust played 20-30 games. And then after he left TuS Dornberg, his family took a new home in another region of the city, and then he tried in the year 2012, he tried to I don't know if it was the year 2012 or 2013. He tried to come to VfL Thesen. It's a club in Germany, a bigger amateur club with international tournaments. So it's called the second biggest club in Germany, in Bielefeld, after Arminia Bielefeld, which plays in pro football. And at VfL Thesen, Jan Dust trained in the second C-youth, in the second team of the C-youth of VfL Thesen. He trained there for a half year, then when the summer came around, the decision must be made between two players to take for their next C2 season, and only one the coach could took, and he decided to took the other kid, and Jan Dust had to leave the club because Forfeitesen planned a C3 team, but due to a not predicted Aufstieg, the club couldn't had capacity problems, and so they couldn't found a new C3 team for the new season. So Jan Dust had to leave the club. The reason that Jan Dust wasn't picked for the C2 team of the new for the new season was that the coach said, Jan, you are not even, you have problems with receiving the ball, and come later in a few years. And yes, after this training, Jan was on his bed crying for hours, literally. And this is where completely his youth career as a footballer broke. Then he made some, then he never trained in a youth football team more for like 2 months. So then no, he then from then on he played for youth team not more than 6 months in his youth career. The last one where he played 6 months, where he trained 6 months in his youth career, the last team in his youth career where he trained 6 months was TuS Jöllenbeck. But also there for the new season, Jan Dust wasn't picked, and so they sorted him out because he was had not enough quality, the coach said back then. And then Jan Dust never took a foot in a football team again, really. So in his youth career, and he made some trials but failing them all. Here and there, 1-2 teams where he made a trial in his youth career was successful, but due to fear of mobbing, he was afraid to go to training, and so he not went to training. And yes, then at his adult career arrived, then he the first club he played was called Kicker Sennestadt. It's called it's a club in North Rhine-Westphalia, an amateur club which plays the lowest league of German football, lowest tier of German football. So almost like Sunday league. And even there, the team had first squad and the second squad. Jan Dust trained in the second squad, where the coach told Jan that he would help Jan to understand the exercises and everything to make sure Jan feels fine in the team, even when he's autistic and has his specialties and disabilities. But even there, he made just 4-3 friendly matches, and yes, then left the team again. So then he played in another team called TuS Union 02 Bielefeld. There he played a half season, so 8-9 games, where he didn't want to stay anymore. Then he played for a team called KSC Bosna. It's his last club he played. It was an amateur club also, not in the lowest league of German football, but in the second lowest league of German football. And there he played for yes, like 8-9 matches, scoring one banger, 50 yard triple goal, incredible. You have to see this, and 2 offside goals, and this was it. Due to fights and bad harmony in the club, he left the club because first the club told him, Jan, we are open for you for your specialties, but then after a few sessions, the harmony got worse and worse. And I forgot to say that in the 2021, after he played for Kika Sennestadt, when he moved to a new home, he played for TuS Ost, which played in the third lowest tier of German football. But due to Corona, they got relegated in the second lowest tier of German football. And so there he trained for 6 months. And when the new season came around, he made 3 friendly matches. But due to bad understanding with the coach, he left the club. After he made 3 friendly matches and not a single official match. It was the same case like Jan Dust had in every club, so that the coach and the team players say, Jan, we want to help you, we understand your ability, we understand your specialties, and we try to help you and try to understand, because you have problems, you don't have the ability to understand like other guys. But in the end, yes, it was, this promise just hold for 4, 5, 6 training sessions, and then in every club, the harmony, the understanding between team, coach, Jan Dust got worse and worse, and that's like a red scar that went through all his clubs he was at. And yes, and that's also a sign and a thing why Jan Dust can't work in the amateur system, because in the amateur system is no structure, and in the pro football system is structure, and an autistic guy like Jan Dust, he needs structure. And yes, that's the reason why Jan Dust only can work in the pro football system and not in the amateur system. And yes, like I said, Jan made some tries in his youth, here and there, in North Rhine-Westphalia. Back then he was even at the team for people with disabilities, where he trained every Friday a week, every Friday, in most time in the soccer hall, and played with this disability team for disabled persons. He played 2 tournaments. Each tournament had 7 matches. So in the first tournament he played 7 matches and scored 11 goals. In the second tournament he played 7 matches and scored 3 goals. So which makes 14 matches, 14 goals, 14 matches, 14 goals in 14 matches. So 0.1 ratio, goal per game ratio, which is good for a striker, very good for a striker. With really critical mental health state. So Jan Dust played all the teams he played with a mental health state that other players would never have been able to. But many people forget this fact. and many people forget that Jan Dust is not a normal guy, that he's autism and other specialties, disabilities. And yes, many coaches forget this fact after a few training sessions, and that's also a fact why Jan Dust failed his career and why his career until now, and why Jan Dust can't work in the amateur system. Back then, Jan Dust, as he saw, he watched all the time, every day, in his youth, in his teenage days. He always watched highlight videos of Ronaldo, Neymar, and really, instead of playing alone, be a good player, he focused on get noticed by his idols he saw on YouTube, like Ronaldo, Neymar, Memphis Depay, Paul Pogba, Mason Greenwood, Mbappe. But you can say Jan Dust in his youth, he made more tries to be noticed by his idols one day. So the guys like Neymar, Ronaldo, he saw on YouTube, and really did everything, like fan posters, fan mail, fan letter, fan accounts, everything. But nothing ever worked. Jan Dust just got badly scammed by criminal persons, which told Jan Dust that they would give Jan Dust the number of Mason Greenwood or Yusufa Moukoko when Jan Dust would send them money and goods. So Jan Dust sent them money and goods, and the guys, instead of giving them the real number of Greenwood and Moukoko, which they promised, they just sent him fake numbers and blocked him. So yes, Jan Dust got scammed in a very bad way, and he got always those bad experience in football. Until now, he hasn't a one where he could say it is a really good experience, which I experienced in football. And all this misery, all these fails, all this failure in football, all this scam where he tried to reach out to his idols to get noticed one day, which was his big dream back then, it made him become the mindset that he thought, began to think, okay, when Neymar, Ronaldo, Mason Greenwood, when they never notice me, okay, but then I want to get their abilities so that I never must be sad again that they never noticed me, even though I tried very hard to be noticed by them one day. And Jan Dust took this by heart. He ran to the pitch every day at the local football pitch, shooting tricks, step overs, rainbow flicks, everything, every day with a ball in his hand. He went to the pitch day in, day out, shooting. His shots got harder, his dribblings got faster, his movements got more skillful, and now he's the player that has really proved better abilities than Ronaldo. And yes, that was the story of Jan Dust, from a Jersey obsessive, addicted, fanboy Jersey football addicted collector to a player with better abilities than Ronaldo. Meanwhile, Jan Dust has found a German agent which understands something of pro football scene because he works there, and also understands of autism, and he wants to take a professional video of Jan Dust and wants to get him into pro football, to let his vision to come to pro football and be the first pro striker with autism and other disabilities in a football sports human history. And yes, I forgot to say, in his youth back then, Jan Dust was addicted to jerseys. Instead of going to training, little Jan Dust, made more eyes on jerseys that he ever went to a training. But he was very sick his whole youth. Fear of getting bullied was always in his head. And yes, guys, this was the story of Jan Dust, told in English so that everyone can understand it, not just the Germans. And yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to not miss out the unique channel, to not miss out the unique journey of Jan Dust on his way to maybe become one day a pro footballer, to sign for a pro club, as a first pro striker in history with autism and other disabilities. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. Something more will come, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys. Take care.